So we now come to the last race of the season opener for the 2019 Rotax Max Euro Trophy Championship here at the fantastic Adria Karting Raceway. So we have 9 competitors now getting themselves ready to race over the next 14 minutes plus an additional lap. So just under 60 seconds before the green flag waves on the start-finish line for the final time before we head to Kristianstad in Sweden, to the Ring, just 2 hours away from Copenhagen Airport. And then the last round of the 2019 Rotax Max Euro Trophy season will take place in Germany at the Pro-Kart Raceland circuit in Wackersdorf, just an hour's drive away from Nuremberg Airport, on the 6th to the 8th of September. So provisionally speaking, once I've had everything confirmed, it looks like we have Mike van Vught, Matilda Olsson and Jakob Bezel, pending any matters of judiciary or technical relevance have been completed. There we'll find out who's going to get the ticket to Le Mans, provisionally speaking. The person that is in prime position to do so is Roberto Pajewski, who is on pole position for this race. But there is one man that I definitely know, having spoken to him at the B&L Karting Series kickoff, is Christoph Adams, who already has a ticket to the Grand Finals thanks to the Stars and Stripes Open a few weeks ago in the United States. But he said to me, and he admitted to me in the after movie, that he wants to go to Le Mans, and he's a very. I would love for him to do that, but he's got to get past Austria's Roberto Pajewski, who starts on pole position. Row 2, it's going to be Michael Becker from RS Competition from Germany in the 526. Alongside will be Poland's Sławomir Moranski, the defending 2018 Euro Trophy DD2 Masters champion. Good to have a nice chat with Reinaldo Gremiger in the lunch break, and he said, yeah, it was quite fun, wasn't it? He said, I don't know if I'm going to make it to Kristianstad, but I'm definitely going to be back for Wackersdorf, so that's really good to hear from him. Rudi Champion rounds out the top 3 rows ahead of Giselle Fodor. Konrad Bayer, the petrol head that just wants to get his fix, in the number 508, and then the fastest baker in Flanders, Karl Klebold, in 9th, but certainly by no means last by any case. He's a very quick peddler in his own right. So Pajewski, I definitely know, would want to be one of those people that wants to go to the Grand Finals. Moranski was there in Brazil last year. Christoph Adams was there last year. And now he's going to go to Sarno in between the 19th to the 26th of October to compete in DD2 Masters. So great to hear of that early news, even before any championships have been completed in his campaigns, because he competed in the Euro Trophy last year, also the B&L Karting Series, the Belgian Max Challenge run by the Royal Automobile Club of Belgium. So the 9-strong grid are starting to line up for their final time. This will conclude the racing action here before the podium takes place at 3:45 p.m. local time here at Adria. But the revs rise on the Rotax engines for one last time. We go lights out, and Michael Becker has got ahead of Christoph Adams in the initial hole shot. So Pajewski leads. Michael Becker is in 2nd position. But the thing is that if Becker was to go to Le Mans, Pajewski's going to have to finish in 4th position. So let's see what might happen over the next 13.5 minutes, plus 1 additional lap here at Adria for the final time. It's been a fantastic visit here to Northern Italy. I'm looking forward to, at some point, hopefully in the not too distant future, coming back to Adria itself to maybe see some TCR action. But my final focus today is on these guys here and also the podiums. So when your driver names are called, you'll be asked to come in your race suits with your race helmets. And we'll also be paying one final tribute in our own way to Niki Lauda this afternoon, as we have been racing in his honour the entire weekend. And I'm sure that he's been enjoying one heck of a show there alongside the late James Hunt, who we lost in 1993. So Brzezowski leads. Michael Becker is about a tenth and a half behind. So Becker has got the pace, will challenge Christoph Adams. He is a very experienced DD2 Masters and DD2 driver in his own right. So watch out for him. Moransky, well, also Moransky, he's definitely one that you have to keep an eye on. I mean, he won the championship last year, so there's no reason that I could think of that might throw a spanner in the works for him, but he hasn't had the easiest ride either this weekend or in the Euro Trophy Open back at Genk 5 weekends ago. So there has been an open invitation, not as in he's going to pay for your entry for you, because he's already got one for the season. Roberto Brzezowski from KSCA Saudi Austria has said, if you want to come and race somewhere in Europe, come to the Euro Trophy. And when you have someone like that that says that, who's won a free season entry as a result of his efforts at the Euro Trophy Open at Genk, so we will see him hopefully at all 3 rounds. So here, so after here, it will be quite a bit of a break, probably around about 6 weeks or so until Kristianstad. So looking forward to going back there for the second season. And again, for the second year in a row, it is the halfway point of the championship itself. So best 5 out of 6 scores. An exclusion does not count as a drop score at all, so that will be part of the tally. Several drivers did find out last year, but it is what it is. If you are excluded, the decision is final, unless it is appealed and overturned. So, 11 minutes to go. Michael Becker still keeping within 2 tenths of Roberto Brzezowski. Further 3 tenths back to Christoph Adams. Then it's a further 3.5 tenths, or probably not even that, to Slavomir Moransky in 4th. Rudy Champion is ahead of Reinaldo Gremiger in 5th position. Geza Fodor is ahead of Karl Klebort. I have to say, some really good consistent running from Konrad Bayer in the 508. So Konrad, 51.667 last time around. What has he done this time? 51.408. Oh, nice work there. So he's about, what, just over 3 tenths slower than Karl Klebort, who's just pumped in the fastest lap of this race. A 51.093 from the Belgian Baker from Flanders. So, the thing is even if Christoph Adams wins this race, he started from 2nd in this one, so that gives him 20 points. Brzezowski is in the perfect position, so to speak, to get a double set of victories. So we've had from 3 different categories to a driver that has won 2 respective finals. So Mike Van Hucht, Matilda Olsson and Jakob Bezel. Could it be 4 for 4 with Roberto Brzezowski? We still have over 9.5 minutes plus 1 additional lap still remaining of the racing action here at Adria Karting Raceway to see whether that will be the case. But as we say, anything can happen in racing. I'm not going to wish anything bad on anybody, because I think everybody deserves a fair chance and a fair crack at the whip, and these guys are no exception. So, still around 2 tenths of a second to go. 2 tenths of a second lead for Roberto Brzezowski, 0.212 seconds. Brzezowski was just over a tenth quicker than Michael Becker on the last lap. Quickest, but was quickest of everybody. Karl Klebort was a 51.219, 51.127 from Brzezowski. Becker is within a tenth, not in terms of the actual proximity on track, but on lap time alone. And then Christoph Adams was about half a tenth slower than Michael Becker. So the way things stand, just wondering if Christoph Adams is actually tied on points with Michael Becker. He might get it on countback. So obviously what happened in the heats yesterday, if Becker was ahead of Christoph Adams and it was more to his betterment, then it would go to Michael Becker, reference maybe 2nd position. But Pajewski has been keeping things calm, cool and collected all the way through the race weekend. A very nice guy, very, very good chap to talk to. Really had a good talk with him and Nico Jog earlier on today. So less than 8 minutes to go, and the gap now has increased to 0.373 seconds as Pajewski again goes sub 51, this time around 50.963 from the KSCA Sodi Austria driver. Michael Becker, 3.373 seconds adrift, but has put in a pretty good lap time, 51.03 31. Come on, Reinaldo Kremiger. Gets stuck in there like you did in the last one. Could we have treble 4 to the stewards, please? That's driver number treble 4 to the stewards, which is one of the DD2s. Could Riccardo Alberti, please report to the stewards immediately? That's treble 4. So halfway through the time elapsed here at Adria for the final time. So 7 minutes and the gap between first and second. Oh, Moranski's getting a bit racy now behind Christoph Adams. This could be the way to start igniting this last final of the race weekend here at Adria. And I have to say that if they start battling, well, Rudy Champion, Gesofordor, maybe Karl Klebort could start to catch up as Reinaldo Kremiger is running in the 51.2s. Konrad Bayer running in the 51.7s. Karl Klebort is about a tenth off the pace that Pajewski's punching in at the minute, as if he was clocking in for work. So Moranski down into fourth. So Christoph Adams still keeping the defending DD2 Masters champion at bay. But when you have to look at the accomplishments that Christoph Adams has had over his long-standing career as a DD2 and DD2 Masters driver, you know, multi-time driver that has appeared at the Grand Finals, and I'm trying to remember, I know that he is a Grand Finals winner as well from memory. So it's quite funny how many souvenirs he's had over the years from driving at the Grand Finals. And the funny thing is, he also competed in the KZ World Championships quite recently. So he is a two-time Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals. He won in the Masters in 2009 and also in 2007. He's also had quite a lot of... he's also won BNL, DD2 Masters Championship back in 2014. He's also won the NSK in 2015, the Rotax Max Euro Challenge back in 2012. So he does have quite a lot. I mean, obviously, there's only so much that you can... I mean, he was 6th in last year's Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals in Conde Pareba in Brazil. He was 9th in Portimao 2016 when Rinsano was 15th. He was, so he's done quite a bit, but obviously he's the recent Stars and Stripes Open champion, a one-off race weekend. So he's done quite a bit over his tenure so far, and even you know, he's been doing karting for quite a few years. He has a lot of fun with it as well, including a particular Brazilian football T-shirt, and that's as much as I will say on that one, because a few people that know him and know of him, you will know the Brazilian T-shirt I am talking about. Unfortunately, I can't publicly describe that on air because it is not exactly PC, let's put it that way, but he has a sense of humour that comes along with it too. So, so Pajewski in the meantime, well, we have just over 3 or 3.5 minutes so far. So Pajewski, 1.063 seconds ahead. Now the battle is heating up as Moranski puts it up the inside of Christoph Adams, and Christoph says, no, I don't think so. and returns the favour. Does the switch back through the exit of turn number 4 when Moransky decided, yeah, I've got you. Christoph says, no, you haven't. So that's when you find yourself racing against a chap who has been racing in DD2 Masters for a very long time, has a lot of tricks in his playbook, or up his racing overall sleeves, I might say. As Michael Becker now dropping a little bit further behind as Roberto Brzezowski puts in the fastest lap of the race yet again, a 50.852 from the Austrian, with 2 minutes and 40 left to go on the clock here in Adria to conclude what's been a fantastic, and I have to say, I didn't know what to expect coming back to Italy after 35 years, and obviously with the picture I painted of my childhood when I came here on a family holiday, just age 6, at the age of 41. It's been wonderful seeing this fantastic North Italian countryside and experiencing the Italian racing culture here. You know, the facility here at Adria is fantastic, and the drivers have, I think, if we can come back again here next year, I will be so happy to do so, because it's been a wonderful experience, and I might have to try and spend a bit more time out here on the next opportunity. So 1 minute and 47 seconds to go. Christoph Adams still keeping ahead of Slavomir Moransky, who's sitting in 4th position at the moment. Karl Klerbord, in the meantime, has been making steady progress over the last 12.5 minutes. So now he is in 5th position ahead of Rudy Champion, Geza Fodor, Rinaldo Gremiger, and a little bit further back, but still having fun in his own right, Konrad Bayer. So there are still there's a little bit more time left to go, and it's been a wonderful experience being able to commentate here in a fantastic facility. So Roberto Brzezowski will have this, and I think probably maybe 2 laps to go as he crossed the line with just over a minute left. So with the pace he's got, we'll probably have around about 10 to 12 seconds by my estimation when he crosses the line next time. And he's definitely left Michael Becker behind, as Becker has left Adams, Moransky, and Karl Klerbord. Here we go. Is he going to go up the inside of Moransky this time? Not quite yet. So the fastest Baker from Flanders against the defending champion from 2018. So Klerbord has decided, could have a cheeky sniff at 4th here. Well, I think he's very much entitled to it, having started from the pit lane. So they come around the final corner. So the leaders actually did cross around about sort of 20 to 25 seconds to go. So this means this will be the penultimate lap of the race, and also the race meeting here at Adria Karting Raceway. So that's it, time's up for the final time here in Adria. So Brzezowski comes through turn number 8, then into turn 9, round, then he'll power around of the corner and get some speed, get some momentum going up into the left kink, round towards the final turn, the right-hander onto the start-finish straight. So last lap at board it is for Roberto Brzezowski. Michael Becker, 2.15 seconds behind. And Christoph Adams, Slavomir Moransky, and Karl Klerbord are now going to try and scrap over the last, the 3rd position here in the roundabout the sort of last half lap of this race. So could there be a possibility of what's going to happen? Moransky sends it up the inside. Karl Klerbord springs into life and overtakes the pair of them. And that was basically a tag team effort there. Klerbord went up the inside. Adams went out around the outside, as we've got. So there we go. Round towards, so checkered flag waves. And it is going to wave for Roberto Brzezowski, who takes, provisionally speaking, a ticket to the International Trophy in Le Mans between the 20th and the 24th of August. So he's one-upped again on Slavomir Moransky, who ended up finishing in 5th position because Carl Klibort's brilliant opportunistic thought process thought, well, Christoph and Slavomir are battling. I'll have the pair of them through turn 4. And he did. So Roberto Pajewski takes the final win of the first round of the 2019 Euro Trophy season here at Adria Karting Raceway. So Pajewski wins by 2.416 seconds ahead of RS Competition's Michael Becker. Boven powers Carl Klibort, the fastest baker of Flanders, in third ahead of Christoph Adams in the 555. Slavomir Moransky in the 561 in fifth. Rudy Champion in the 569 in sixth, ahead of the 599 of Gezer Fodor. Reynaldo Kremiger. And last but by no means least, one of the most nicest people I like to talk to in the paddock, Konrad Bayer. So, with that being said now, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the action here. So, grazie mille, Adria. Thank you very much for opening your doors to us here at the Rotax Max Euro Trophy. And just to really give those people here in attendance an idea, we will be having our podium celebrations at 15:45. And in our final tribute to Niki Lauda, there will be no champagne spraying on the podium. The drivers, you have been informed of that, so when your names are called, please respect what we have advised during the drivers' briefing. We will pay one final tribute to Niki Lauda in Italy before we go to Kristianstad on the 12th to the 14th of July. So when the drivers for the podium have been called, you'll be informed, and we would like you in your race suits with your race helmets at the podium at 15:45. We all have to get home this evening, so please make sure you are there on time. We will get the podium sorted as soon as possible. Thank you.